He was always about, school, acting right, being right. He would try to make you grow up. He was always he wanted you to get older. He wanted you to get more responsible. He wanted you to be, together and not 13. He wanted you to be 18, 19, right next to him, helping him do all these things he's doing on the farm and on his little race teams and stuff. And when you're 13, you're wanting to goof off with your buddies and go BB hunting, shooting birds around the neighborhood and stuff like that. And he just thought you were just, goofing off and wasting every day. Every day was a waste. When I was a kid in high school, I wasn't very popular, and I had a little group of friends that I hung out with, but for the most part, there was another crowd, upper echelon of kids that were more popular, and their families their notoriety around town was more embedded in the history of the town and stuff. So I wasn't that popular, and the guys that I hung out with, we just ran around and had fun and did whatever we wanted to. So it was interesting to me that I was the son of Dale Earnhardt, but at the same time, that really didn't cut me any corners, in social status up until I graduated from what little college I went to. So for a long time, it was, when Dad raced hard and ran over somebody or got in a crash or had a bad day. Sometimes even when he won, even when he won the race, you got ridiculed a little bit at school.
Bring it home on Sunday. It's right here.
Excuse me, sir.
There's parts about the popularity that are bad when you go, say when you go to a Las Vegas or you venture out and you're at some party and you got people coming up to you that you don't know, haven't met. They're telling you their title, and you're not sure whether you believe it or not, and you don't know what to think about these people sometimes. So it gets real confusing when you're not in your little crystal ball around here in Mooresville. It's very tough who to believe and who to trust. So I try to surround myself with people that have been in the business for a long time that can see that stuff kind of coming farther away than I can, and kind of protect me from anybody trying to take advantage of the situation, because I can be pretty naive and gullible at times, and especially when I'm out wanting to party and have a good time with my friends. Yeah, everything sounds great, let's go over to this house, it's a big old party, and you don't know where you're going to end up. So you got to be very careful, and that part scares me a little bit. The popularity that you receive, the attention you receive from people, women. That's fun. That's entertaining at times. You got to be careful, and I'm pretty smart as far as when it comes to girls and how to know what's genuine and what's not. So I've been pretty lucky, and I feel like I've learned a lot over the years to be able to handle that side of it and be able to have a pretty fun and yet low risk, dating scene. But some of it's pretty tricky. A lot of like I said, when you it's like we go to Vegas a couple times a year, and we always go take a little extra time to party for a couple days, or even L.A., and you'll run into some people that, they may be telling the truth. You just don't know who to believe when you're that far away from home. When I first started racing, it was hard to let go of a bad finish, or it was hard to let go of a mistake when you crashed and you tore your car up. You thought that was the end of your racing career. That's how you're talking to yourself. You're like, that's it. Nobody thinks I can drive a car if I'm out there doing that. That was ridiculous. It had to have been so obvious. So, now when things happen, I'm able to let them go. All I really ever wanted out of this was a career. I didn't expect to be famous. I didn't expect to win championships. I just wanted to be able to pay my bills, make a living, go out there and make enough money to put myself in a decent house and be able to buy what I want from the grocery store and do what I want during the day, and that's what I got, So I'm content with that. There's a lot of things. I do like winning. Winning is a great feeling, and there's a lot of winning I want to do, and a lot of things a lot of good times I want to celebrate with my team, but for the most part, I'm content with being a race car driver and having a career as it. Every year that goes by, you understand a little bit more about what you're supposed to be doing, what your responsibilities are, and you try to take care of them a little bit better. I'm a little worried about, as I get older, 35, 38, and if I'm still driving, if I'm lucky enough to still be driving, how will the media handle the situation then? You know, will they say, hey, man, the guy got in there and did a good job. I accomplished a lot of things a lot of guys didn't. Won a lot of races a lot of other people didn't. Will I get ridiculed, or will they come down on me for not matching my father's statistics or not matching his personality? Was I supposed to? Was I supposed to match his personality? So that's what I worry about, is when it's all said and done and we're finished, I'll be able to look back and go, man, that was awesome. I can't, that race, this race that we won, those times we had. Will everybody else be able to do the same thing, or will they feel like it was maybe it was talent unrealized?